This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So let us continue our discussion on software management. Yesterday we discussed about Yum. Some important thing I told you that Yum works on server and client architecture that makes software sharing with the entire environment very easy and handy. Moreover, uh, dependencies are resolved automatically with the help of Yum, right? It can search and get the package from different location. It can search the package on current machine. If it is not available, it can consult to other machine. Even if it is not there over there, then it can go and get the package from web, any location, whatever you have given, download and install it. That's the beauty of going with Yum, Yellow Dog Updater Modified. Now, as of now, we are calling it DNF Yum, right? So DNF Yum stands for Dandified Yum. There is no official full form, but somehow we are able to gather the information that stands for DNF Yum. See, DNF Yum is different from normal Yum only because in Yum what happens is we used to have simple packages folder that we used in our Red Hat CD or DVD. But from Red Hat 8 yesterday I showed you that there are two separate folders. One was base OS, other was app stream. So same two repositories we have to create. Let me first log in into the system and I'll show you the DVD content after mounting. So on this machine I have already connected DVD. Let me say mount dev sr0 on media. So if you just go to media folder, you will find that there is AppStream and base OS separately available. So these two directories are included as a part of DNF Yum. So normally what happens when you configure Yum server and client, let's discuss. We'll take one machine as Yum server and maximally all the available clients would be your Yum clients. Now what we does over here is on the server side, we will create one directory and we will dump all the software. In fact, we will dump the entire Red Hat DVD. Not only software, but the whole Red Hat DVD we will copy on one folder, and this folder will be called as repository. So repository is nothing but a place where all your softwares are available from where clients can connect and download the software. Okay, now what happens is this repository can be shared with clients using either FTP services or you can use HTTP services. So if you go with FTP, it is reachable locally within your environment, and HTTP, as you know, generally we use it for web services to connect any website and get something, right? Now, whenever client need any package, client would simply run yum command or nowadays DNF command. So when they run yum or DNF command, automatically it will get connected to the server and it will get the packages for you and download it. So that's how the server and client architecture will work for yum or DNF server. Almost the configuration is same, just the change is previously we used to make only one repo where we would be pointing in DVD packages folder. But as we are working with DNF, now we need to create two repositories, one with the name base OS and the other with the name AppStream. So step number one, either you are configuring Yum server or DNF server. Step number one is common. We need to copy entire DVD somewhere in your system. If you want to go with HTTP, then you need to make sure that HTTPD package is installed. Or if you want to go with FTP, then make sure that VSFTPD package is installed. So guys, I want to go with FTP. I need to install VSFTPD package. Either it is VSFT or HTTP. Both are third-party software. So where can I get these software from? See, you will get this software from AppStream folder, non-OS software. So I'll say rpm-ivh, go to DVD, AppStream packages folder. Now inside it, I look for VSFTPD. So you see I have a package inside it with version 3.03. That's fine. Let me hit enter and install. So step number one, we need to decide which service we are going to use for sharing and install the package. Step number two, inside that service home directory. See, for HTTP, the home directory is var www.html. Same way, for FTP, the home directory is var FTP pub location. So what I need to do is I need to copy entire DVD in var FTP pub. Whenever you are planning to share anything with FTP, you must keep it under var FTP pub. If you want to share it with HTTP, then you have to keep it in var www HTML location. So let me just copy it. I'll say cp -rvf recursive verbose and forcefully. I want to copy what? Entire media directory. See, media is the place where I have mounted my DVD. So I'm telling copy the whole media folder to var ftp pub with what name? I want to call this new folder as a RHEL8 folder. So entire DVD I will copy. See, the size of DVD is around 8 to 9 GB. So it is going to take little time to copy the entire DVD content to var FTP pub. Let's give it some time, and meanwhile, let's discuss what are the other steps we are going to work with. So step number one, you have installed the package. Step number two, you have copied the entire DVD to var FTP pub with whatever name it might be. Previously in Red Hat 7, I used to create a directory with the name RHEL7. Now we have created with RHEL8. After this directory is created, you see this is RHEL7 content. So in RHEL7 DVD, you will find, or even RHEL6 also was same. We used to have simple packages folder. There don't used to be any app stream, or there don't used to be any base OS concept. Simple packages folder containing all the packages. So that was enough. Anyway, so what we will do after this is we have to create a repo config file. See guys, I told you that whenever we need a package, we just need to run yum command or dnf command and it will contact to server. But guys, how come the client knows what is the address of server is? Do I have to go through FTP or do I have to go through HTTP or any other sources, right? So there used to be a configuration file what we will create in etc yum.repository. See, etc yum.repository is the location where all your repository files we will keep. Repository files are nothing but the configuration file which stores the addresses from where you have to get the packages, right? So here there are few things what we have to mention. As you can see in a square bracket, I have mentioned some name. This is called as repo ID, the name that would be displayed whenever you are connecting and downloading the packages from this repository. Whenever we are connecting to this repository, it is going to connect and it is going to display that from this repository you are getting the packages. Then some description, little more detail. that what type of repository it is, some information that you want to give, you can give it. Now, third and very, very important concept is base URL. Base URL is the location from where you can get the software, right? Now, if it is on FTP server, then what you need to do is you need to type FTP colon double slash and whatever might be the IP address. Now, if it is over internet, some website, then you have to give HTTP colon double slash website address from where you can get that packages. If it is locally configured, same machine, I have a repository copied. So on the same machine, if you want to give location, then you have to give file colon double slash and the location. So usually the location starts with slash whatever might be the local location, right? So you see three dashes I'm using, three slashes. So two is from the syntax, file colon double slash. Third, we are pointing towards the directory what we have copied. So in RHEL 6 or 7, we simply used to point out to the location where you have kept this directory. Like we have copied the whole directory in var ftp pub. So we used to simply give the location, go to var ftp pub. That's it, right? But the difference comes here in Red Hat 8. In Red Hat 8, just one repository is not enough, right? We need to go with multiple repository. One is AppStream and the other one is base OS. So if I go to RHEL 8, the difference comes here in repository that I need to create two repositories. One with the name of base OS and the other with the name of AppStream. And you need to give complete address in RHEL 8 base OS folder, in RHEL 8 AppStream folder. Both the things you have to give. And guys, the next line what you can see is enabled. Would you like to enable this location to download the packages or not? So it's like a boolean. One means yes, zero means no. Sometimes a repository may not be reachable, maybe website is down or that machine is down. So temporarily, if you don't want to search the packages in that location, you can give enable equals to 0. No packages will be searched from that location if it is 0. GPG check. GPG check stands for uh, GNU Privacy Guard check. That means, did you want to download only those softwares which are verified by Red Hat? If yes, then you have to enable it one. It will only allow you to download Red Hat verified packages. If you don't want this feature, then you can say GPG check equals to 0. If you say GPG check equals to 0, it will allow you to download and install any packages that is available from different repository, even if it is not verified or digitally signed by Red Hat. If you are strict only Red Hat verified packages you want, then go with GPG check equals to 1. Now, if you are keeping GPG check 1, then you also need to give a location from where this key must be matched. See guys, how DNF will confirm whether this package is verified by Red Hat or not. There is a key that is available in Red Hat DVD also, and it is also available locally in your system. Like, I hope the copying is finished. Like you can go to 1 second. Let us say that we have gone to etc pki rpm gpg. So you can see there is a key available here. Or if you look in your Red Hat DVD, here also you can find same name key. So either you can give local location to confirm the packages, or you can give in the DVD the same key is available. So every time it is installing a package, this key will be checked. with the key that comes with your software. So software key and this key, if both are matching, that means this software is verified by Red Hat and it will allow you to continue. So we need to give that key also. Okay, now moving ahead, let us try to create that repository. One is AppStream and the other one is base OS. Now just make sure AppStream base OS spellings you are using same way. AppStream A capital, S capital, base OS B capital and OS capital. So let me go to etc yum.repository. By default, something might be there like that Red Hat repository. I don't need it. I'm removing it. And I'm going to create my own repository with a name called my.repo. Name is your choice, guys. Whatever name you like, you can call it, but extension should be mandatorily .repo. If you don't use .repo here, it would not consider it as a repository. So first I'm going to go with base OS. So let me give a title base OS, then name something. I would like to call it RHEL 8 local repository, for example, right? RHEL local base OS. Then base URL, the most important thing. See, I just want on this machine the packages to be search local location. So I'll go with file colon double slashes, then the full location slash var ftp pub rhel8. Inside it, the folder name is base OS with capital B and capital OS, right? Do you want to keep that location enabled? Yes, I want to keep it enabled. How about GPG check? If you don't want GPG checking, just give 0, nothing else to be given. But if you say GPG check equals to 1, then mandatory the next line you have to talk about GPG key. Which key has to be verified? So I'm going to give the local location again, etc pki rpm-gpg, and what was the full name? I don't remember the full name. I don't want any mistakes. So here it is, etc pki rpm-gpg, and the file name is rpm-gpg key red hat release. Okay, all right. Now one more thing, guys, you can add over here metadata underscore expire equals to -1. See, sometimes it is observed that if there is synchronization issue, client has not connected to the server for the long time, metadata or information about repository is getting expired. Now to refresh that metadata, we need to delete everything from var ftp pub rhel8 folder, and one more time we need to copy the data again. I don't want to copy again and again DVD into var ftp pub, removing, pasting. One time I have copied, that is enough. I don't want to do it every time. So just add this line metadata expire. This will make sure that the metadata once collected never expire. So every time the clients will not ask for updating metadata and we don't have to again and again delete and copy the directory. So let me just use all these lines. See, if you want, you can maintain two files, one for base OS repository, one for AppStream repository, or you can put multiple locations in same file only, no problem. You can put FTP location, HTTP location, local location, everything. So I'm going to change this fellow to AppStream, right? And here I'll call the name as RHEL8 local app stream. And the base URL this time will be the directory in RHEL8 with capital A and capital S. Do not make mistakes over here, otherwise it won't be able to connect it. Rest of the story is same. I want to keep it enabled, GPG checking, GPG key, metadata expire, everything is okay. Let me save and quit. See, whenever you have done any change in Yum configuration, to update the Yum changes, you can use a command called yum clean all. Till Red Hat 7, we used to run the command yum clean all. Now we have to say dnf clean all. All yum commands are now moved to dnf. Previously we used to call yum yum yum. Now we have to say dnf, right? Now if you just check it out, what is yum? Oh, I'm sorry. I need to say what is in a single word. So you see, it says now yum commands are nothing but redirecting to DNF command. So although I'm running here yum clean all, but in the background it is processing DNF clean all only. So previously we used to run with yum commands. Now we are running with DNF command. All commands are same, whatever was there in Red Hat 7, right? All commands are same. Instead of yum, now we have to run dnf command. Even though you run yum command, in the background it is running dnf only. Okay, now to check how many repositories you are connecting, you can say yum or dnf repo list. So you see it says you are having AppStream and BaseOS. Let's say I want to check these repositories are working or not. So what you can do is you can search a package inside it. You can use a command dnf provides. I just want to check a package is there inside it or not. What name? Suppose the name is ZSH. So what it does is it will try to contact each repository and it will try to tell you package is there or not. If this test is showing you some results like package is available or not, like this. So if it is showing package is available from base OS repository, that means this repository is working. If it is not showing you the package, maybe it is telling package not found, then also communication is proper. But if it is saying can't reach to repository or repository mirrors not available, that means there is a problem in your yum configuration. So as of now, you see, I'm able to reach, it is telling me that this package is available in one of the repository. Okay, but guys, I don't want only locally this repository to work. I want to share this repository with my clients also. So if we share it with clients, we need to start the services. Services of what? We need to share the services of uh, VSFTPD, or you can call it FTP. So to start the services of FTP, first I would like to make some change in FTP configuration. Again, guys, if you are working with Red Hat 7, you don't have to do anything with this particular thing, right? We don't have to do any kind of thing. I think we have some guest over here. Adept, I think you are a little early. The new class is uh, still having 1 hour's time. So you can re-log in after an hour. This is an old class what you have joined. New class is starting after an hour. So if you can join after an hour, you will get a new class session. Okay, so as I was telling you that what we have to do is we have to go to FTP configuration file. Where is that configuration file? It is etc vsftpd vsftpd.conf. If you are dealing with Red Hat 7 or 6, guys, you don't have to do this change because this change is already there inside it. But since Red Hat 8, we want to share it this thing with FTP, then you have to make a small change in FTP configuration that is mandatory. So I'll come to etc vsftpd and vsftpd.conf. One second, guys. Right, so let me go into the configuration file, and you see there is a line here, anonymous enable, it is set to no. So you just need to come up over here, and this no, you have to change it to yes, right? Now, when you make it yes, it allows free communication for FTP, right? So earlier it was no, now I have changed it to yes. So before starting the service, you have to come to etc vsftpd and vsftpd.conf. In this configuration file, you have to change this anonymous enable equals to yes. Now let me save and quit. I need to now start the services. See, check FTP services status. We have already seen how to check that. Systemctl status vs FTPD. It says it is inactive and disabled. So let us activate it. Systemctl enable hyphen hyphen now the service name. Now you just check it out. It says that the service is active and it is enabled. Lastly, we should not ignore firewall. See, firewall is also a thing that is going to block FTP access. So run firewall command and check FTP services are allowed. No, FTP services are not allowed to connect. So let us add FTP services in allowed list. I'll say firewall command hyphen hyphen add service. Which service? FTP service, and I would like to add the rule permanent. You remember, whenever we add a rule, we must reload FTP services. And I'll go to list all. Now guys, I just want to confirm that FTP services are allowing me to connect or not. The simplest way to test whether FTP services are allowing you or not is to take a Firefox browser. See, Google Chrome and Internet Explorer are not allowing us to use FTP from browser, but Firefox is still allowing us to connect. So I'll use on this browser FTP colon double slash and server address, that is 10.20. So you see, when I type FTP and the IP address on a Firefox browser, it is showing me public content. When I go to public, RHEL 8. Now inside it, you can see base OS is reachable and AppStream is also reachable. So this is the way, guys, how we can make sure that FTP services are working fine or not. See, URL is FTP IP address pub RHEL 8. Now inside it, you can go to base OS for base OS location, or you can go to AppStream for AppStream location. So server is now ready to serve clients who wants to connect and download the packages. So now I need another Red Hat 8 machine to be used as our client. So what I'll do is I'll take another machine as our client. So we have two machines, guys. You remember we have one more machine. We have done installation on LVM based concept. So I have powered on that machine also. 30 is our client and 20 would be our server. So let me just connect to 30. Let's take a new putty session. In fact, we will save it so that every time we don't have to remember this. Let me call it Linux 30. And what I'll do is I'll change the color. To differentiate between two machines, I'm going to change the colors. Okay, so 30 is a different machine and 20 is a different machine. See, on client side, whenever we are trying to connect to Yum server or DNF server, we don't have to copy anything. We don't have to start any services. We don't have to make any configuration changes. We don't even have to worry about firewall, nothing. On the client side, only one thing you have to do, that is creating the configuration file. So repo config file. So we'll go to etc yum.repository. Whatever is there by default, remove it. So you see that file is now deleted. Now create a repo file over here with whatever name you like. but extension should be .repo mandatorily. So we'll go to this repo file and we will put all those things. Now guys, I don't want to again write it from the beginning. So what I'll do, I'll simply copy this thing from the server side, right? I'll just select and highlight it. Automatically it will get copied. Now I'll come over here, go to insert mode and right click. Whatever you have copied will be pasted over here. Now just make necessary changes as per the requirement. So we'll go first here, change the name. Instead of calling it local repository, I'll call it FTP based repository. Now base URL is the biggest change you have to do. Earlier in base URL, I have given file location. Now I need to give FTP IP address pub RHEL8 base OS. So I'm just copying this location. I'll come up over here. I'll delete this entire location. In place of this, I'm going to paste the location FTP IP address pub RHEL8 base OS. Same thing I have to do with uh, base URL of AppStream. I'm going to delete all these things. Let me paste it. Instead of base OS, it should be AppStream. So I'm telling FTP IP address pub RHEL8 AppStream. So that's how the client can connect to the server and get the software with the help of FTP services, right? Rest of the story is same. Enable, yes. GPG check, yes. This is the local location to confirm the key and metadata expire -1. Same thing is there. Only thing is you have just changed the names. So here also I'll call it RHEL8 FTP AppStream. Let me save and quit. What did I told you guys that whenever you have made a change in yum config, you must use DNF clean all or yum clean all. Okay, so when I say DNF or yum clean all, it is going to clear the cache and new information will be added. So if I say DNF repo list, it will show me how many repositories I'm able to connect. Previously, we used to say yum repo list. Now you have to say DNF repo list. To confirm it is reachable or not, you can say DNF provides any package name like ZSH. So it will now actually communicate to repository and confirm whether it is able to reach repositories or not. See, if it is able to reach, it will say package is available or not available. If it is not able to reach, it will show you errors related to network unreachability, right? It says that repository is not reachable or there is an issue in your repo config. It is displaying like that. But now as it is reachable, it is able to show me that yes, there is a package available in the repository. If you want, you can install it. So guys, as of now, you can see that the package configuration is done. DNF or yum is ready. I can do installation. All these installations and all I'm going to do on the client side to make sure that client is able to connect and install the software and all. Suppose guys, I would like to see all the packages that are there in my repository. To check all the packages in your repository, we have a command yum or DNF. See guys, same commands are applicable on yum. If you are working on Red Hat 7, we will use yum commands. Red Hat 8, we will use DNF command. To list all the repo packages, you can go with DNF list. When I hit enter, you see it will communicate with your DNF server and all the packages or yum server, all the packages in your repository will be listed out. See, it is showing packages from AppStream, packages from base OS, like that it is showing out. Let us say that I want to see only installed packages. I don't want to see the packages from repository. So you can say DNF list install. See guys, there are no shortcuts over here like RPM, QA, QIP, QLC. Nothing is there. Simple command line is there. DNF whatever concept you want to do, or Yum whatever concept. So when I say DNF list installed, it is only going to show me installed packages. See, if any packages is installed, before repository name you will find at the rate. At the rate is a symbol that this package is right now installed in your system, right? So these softwares are installed. Now let us say that you are looking for one package in the repository. One way I have shown you is DNF provides, or other way you can go is DNF list and the package name. For example, I'm looking for a package called ZSH. So it will search and tell you that ZSH package is available. That means it is not yet installed. It is available to be installed. Do you see any at the rate before repository name? No, that means it is available. If you check any other package which is already installed, like there is a package sudo which will be already installed, so this time you see it will show you that this package is available in installed mode. That means the package is already installed, and you can see at the rate symbol before the repository name. So this is also the way to search a package and find out whether it is an installed package or available. Just keep an eye over here, available or installed. And this at the rate is also important. Now, as we can see, ZSH package is not yet installed. I would like to install ZSH package. So you can say yum or DNF install ZSH. If you want to install all the packages that starts with the name ZSH, then you have to give ZSH start and you need to hit enter. It is now going to get connected to repository. It says I'm going to install two packages, ZSH and ZSH HTML, one from base OS and the other one is from AppStream. Total size is 3.4 MB. After installation, the size would be 10 MB. Is this okay? You have to use yes or no option over here. And you see here it is also checked for dependencies. There were no dependencies, so it is telling no dependency requirement was there. I can go directly for installation. So I'm giving no to abort installation. Let us say that I'm really interested to install ZSH package and I don't want it to stop and ask me yes or no. I'm sure about it. So you can use -y as your pre-approved answer. When you say -y, it's like you're telling yes, don't stop and ask me a question. So this time you see it will search, download and install the package and it is not going to stop anywhere. And you see your GPG key is now getting verified. It says GPG key is verified, package is fine, you can continue installation and package got installed. Now if you just look out yum or DNF list ZSH, this time ZSH will come in installed packages. As you see, it is not available anymore in uh, available packages. It is available now in installed packages. Okay, all right. Now moving ahead, let us say that I would like to upgrade a package. Maybe I'm having a version of ZSH to something called 5.5. Let us say there is a next version available 5.6 and it is there in your repository. You have checked with DNF provide and you found that 5.2 version is also available, 5.5.2. So if you want to upgrade your DNF package, then you can say DNF update which package? ZSH. Are you sure? You have to give yes. So when I hit enter now, it is going to find out if there any updated packages are available or not. So as you see, it says nothing to do. That means there is no update package available. Whatever package you are using is at the latest level. Same way, if you want to remove a package, then you can say DNF remove. What is the package name? For example, ZSH. Are you sure? You have to give yes. If you don't give yes, then it will stop and ask you yes or no. So you see the package is now getting uninstalled. Very simple command line is there, guys, when compared to RPM what we have seen in the previous class. Now you check DNF list ZSH, it would be back in available list. No more, it would be available in installed list, as you can see here. Okay, all right. See, you can even install any local package also. Suppose there is a package which is kept in OPT. You can simply say DNF installed and the file location. You can say go to OPT, there is a package ZSH, install it. So it will try to install the package from OPT location. So as it says that there is no file in OPT, I'm not able to install, but any local location package also you can install. Or if you have to get a package from some website, you can say DNF install, then the location http colon triple w epel repo and some package whatever you want. So it goes to that particular website, it get the package and install it for you if you have internet connectivity. So DNF can do installation from anywhere. It can search the package in the repository and install it. It can install a local package that you have kept somewhere in the system, or even it can communicate with some website, download the package and install it. The beauty to go with DNF is if there are any dependencies, dependencies will be resolved by our local repository and packages will be getting from website or any other location will be installed smoothly. One more thing, guys, what DNF can do, you can also get information about a package. You can say yum or DNF info about any package. Doesn't matter if the package is installed or not installed. If it is available in the repository also, you can check the information. So it tells you name is ZSH, version is this is that thing, and you see source is repository is base OS and there is no at the rate symbol here. That means this package is not yet installed and it is also giving you description. Now guys, let us say that I would like to install or I would like to check the information about a package which is installed. So you can say DNF info any package that is already installed. This time you will find out that repository, the location is having at the rate. At the rate means this package is already installed. Okay, all right. And it is also giving you the description that what is what. Now let's move ahead and let us try to see one more beauty of DNF. That is, you can install or uninstall group of packages. Now, what do you mean by group of packages? See, in Windows also, you might seen that there is a Microsoft Office, right? It comes with PowerPoint, Excel, Access, Publisher, OneNote. Many things comes into one name, Microsoft Office. Same way in our Linux also we have group of packages. If you install that group, automatically hundreds of packages may be installed within that group. So to check the groups, how many groups are available like that, you can go with a command yum or DNF uh, group list. Group list is a single option. There is no space between it. Many people give space and it does not work. Yum or DNF group list. So this is going to display how many groups are there and what are the groups installed in your uh, environment. So available environment groups are server, minimal install, workstation, custom operating system, virtualization. The thing what we are using is server with GUI, right? And installed groups are again these two. Available groups are all these groups. Suppose I wanted to see what is inside this system tools group. To see what is inside that system tool group, you can say DNF or yum group info, and within single quote or double quote, you have to type the name system tools. If you don't use that single quote or double quote, it would be treating it as an error. So when I hit enter, you see it is going to show you all the packages that is contained in that particular group. So you see lots of packages would be there in that group. If you install system tools, it is going to install all these packages, whatever you are seeing on the screen. All these packages will be installed, right? Now, if you want to install that group, you just need to say DNF or yum group install. When I hit enter, you see it is going to install all that group, and the packages in that group might have dependencies also. So you see it is going to install dependencies, all that thing. Now guys, it is going to take a long time to complete all that installation. I don't want to go for it. I'm just telling no, right? I think by mistake I have given more, but I'll just say no. Simply I'll say no, don't install it. So it is not going to install it. Same way, if you want to remove a group, then you have to say yum group remove. So when you say yum group remove, it is going to remove that group if it is already installed. Oh, still that more option was added. So anyway, it says there is no such group installed, so nothing to remove. So this is the way, guys, how we have to work with Yum or DNF server. Now, just the important thing what you have seen over here is on the client side, you just need to make sure that repository is available. See, guys, when you appear for examination, suppose you're trying to write RHCSA or an RHCE examination, first thing you have to configure is DNF or Yum client, not server. Server will be pre-configured by Red Hat examiners only. So they'll just share a URL on your question paper. It would be written that use this URL and configure a Yum client or DNF client. So guys, it's spoon feeding. You just need to copy that URL. If it is on FTP, use FTP. If it is on HTTP, use HTTP and create a repo file on the client side. Just a repo file like that you have to configure and test whether DNF is connecting to server or not. If it is connecting, that means you have configured well, right? So first thing what you have to do if you are planning to write an examination is to configure DNF client. Then only you can continue with rest of the question, because most of the question would be installing the package and continuing with uh, configurations, right? So you can install the package only if DNF is configured. There will be no local DVD provided or anything. They'll only ask you to connect through this repositories only, right? So that is it, guys, for today's session. If you have any questions, you can put your questions now. Okay, Hamse has a question. If I need to install FTP, is it mandatory to define in repository and VSFTPD is FTP package? Yes, VSFTPD is FTP package. You don't have to define anywhere. See, what I did first time is there was no Yum repository configured on this machine. So I just told you that in your DVD inside app stream packages folder, here there was a package called VSFTPD. So what I did, I told RPM to go to media, app stream, inside app stream packages, and there is VSFTPD, install it, right? So then RPM went over there and installed the package. If DNF is configured already, I don't need to go and define any location. Simply you can say DNF install vsftpd. It will search the package, download and install it. Before configuring Yum, there was no Yum configuration. So I ask manually RPM to install it from some location. Am I clear, Hamsi? Did you understood? Okay.
Sir, if we have multiple means one or more M repository, what will we do? Client will which one client will select?
See, we won't select it. It goes as per the order. How you have kept the repository. In all repositories, it will search wherever the latest package is available, it will download and install it. So what you need to do is you just need to go to yum.reposd. Over here, put all your repo file. When you say DNF to install, it will go to all repositories wherever the latest package is available, that it is going to download and install it. Or any repository, if you don't want to use, then you can disable it, then install. So in that location, it is not going to check for the packages. So whatever multiple repositories you have configured, wherever the latest is available, it is going to get from there.
For every repository, we need to configure client side separate file like repo
I-
file.
It it is your choice. It is your choice. See what I did. I have configured two repositories in CL repo, base OS and AppStream. So if I want, I can create one repo for base OS and one repo for AppStream. What I did, in the same file, I mentioned two location. Same way, if you don't want to mention multiple files, then in the same file, again 5-6 lines you can repeat, and in base URL you can mention HTTP location, FTP location. You can maintain single file or you can maintain multiple file. That is your choice. If you don't want to maintain multiple files, one file is enough. Those six lines, whatever you are seeing, you must need to change it. Just add these lines related to that location.
Is there any way to update all the repository applications updates like since 1 year back we have created a M repository and nowadays all the applications are up to date. So every time we need to update single package.
I did not understood your question honestly. You want to update repository or you want to update packages?
In repository, all the packages need to be updated.
All packages you want to update, then simply you have to say DNF update. That's it. Don't give any package name. The whole system will be updated. If in your repository all latest versions are available, all packages will be updated, whatever packages are found. In fact, whenever you want to upgrade your minor version, like you want to update from 8.3 to 8.4, for example, configure 8.4 repository location and give DNF update. That's it. When you give DNF update, it will search for each and every package which is installed in your machine. If it find any update, it is going to get updated. All packages will be updated. Just visit my website and go through this thing. You will find some information on that. See here, there is one article, upgrading RHEL CentOS from one minor version to other. Here you can find that how you can upgrade. Like I'm having 8.2. Now suppose 8.3 is available. So what I'll do, I'll just configure 8.3 repository like this. And once the repository is configured on the client side, you see, I'll just say DNF update. When you say DNF update, all the packages will be updated. And in fact, if all packages got updated, you will find that earlier you were working on 8.2 version. Now after update, you will find because all the packages are updated, your version is also changed to 8.3. So if the whole system you want to update, then configure to a new repository location where updates are available, and then just say DNF update. It is going to update each and every package that is available in your system.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hamse has a question. What is repository? After the full class, you're asking this question, Hamse. Repository is the place where all the softwares are kept. So you can say it's a bank where money is deposited. Same way, it's a centralized location where all the software are dumped and copied, from where it will be downloaded and installed. Okay, one more thing I have to discuss with Satish and Manoj.